What's going on YouTube? Hey guys, it's Ben. Thank you so much for checking out my channel again. Today I wanted to make a very bold claim. Recruiting is easy, and if it's not, you're doing something wrong. Okay, I totally get it. You have a gut reaction to probably what I just said, and you probably totally disagree with it. Instantaneously, you were probably like, no, recruiting's not easy. Recruiting's super hard. Like, who do you think you are? Blah, blah, blah. Well, I stand by my claim. I know it's bold. Recruiting is easy, and if it is not, you're doing something wrong. And I will give you reasons for that. So if you're one of those people that are saying, hey, recruiting's not easy, my niche is incredibly hard. Like, have you ever tried out hiring physicians or finding clients, that will hire physicians, things like that? Well, here's the deal. If you're having a ton of difficulty or trouble in that niche, maybe that's not the niche you should be in, or maybe your messaging is bad, or maybe it's just not the right fit overall for you. Maybe you're saying to yourself, recruiting is super hard. It's not easy. I can't find any candidates. I haven't found a candidate in 2 months. Well, maybe you're looking for candidates in the wrong place. Maybe you're on Career Builder, or maybe you're on ZipRecruiter, which literally has fake profiles. Or maybe you're just messaging candidates the wrong value proposition, and they don't want to respond to your message because it's stupid and it gives them no value or incentive to talk to you. And that's maybe why you haven't found a candidate in 2 months. There could be a billion reasons why, and a billion things that you need to change so that it becomes easy. You could be saying, hey man, that's easy for you to say. You're hiring general labor people, logistics people, warehouse guys, whatever it is, right? Here's the deal. Pick a niche, get good at that niche. The reason it's easy for me is because I found something that works for me, and I can find candidates in it, I can find clients in it, I can do repeat residual business in my niche, and it's easy for me. And that's why I can say it's easy, right? If I hopped into a new niche, I would know that there's a lot of things I would need to change and learn to make it easy for me to work in that niche. Maybe you're the person saying to yourself, recruiting's not easy, there's so much competition, there's a recruiting shop on every corner. Well, honestly, I really don't have an answer for you for that, because in many videos, if you do watch my content, which if you don't, subscribe right now, but I never think about competition. Competition is nothing. And all of the clients that I work with, I can all but guarantee they use 1, 2, maybe even 3 other firms to actually try to find them candidates. But I don't think about that, because all I'm thinking about is finding my candidates and doing it well, and then performing well, getting residual business and all of that. So if you're worried about competition, 1, I really have no answer for you. And 2, I guess if I do have an answer for you, it's to not worry about competition. Then recruiting becomes easy because you don't think about competition. Maybe you're someone that comes from a corporate recruiting background and it's hard for you. It's not easy because you've never been in the wild, wild west of solopreneur agency recruiting. And that's totally okay and understandable if you think that recruiting is hard. And it's probably because of your training and your background and most of the restrictions that they put on you in a corporate recruiting setting, right? You're looking for a cookie cutter person. You only have a few roles that you're handling, so you probably don't have a ton of experience looking for a billion different types of roles to fill, such as agency recruiters do. They're filling all sorts of things all the time if you go from niche to niche or client to client, and you might have been restricted only to use different, types of tools or, sourcing and things like that, right? So maybe your change is that you need to swap up what you're doing as far as how you source, what clients you look into, what you do best, right? Maybe you need to change that, and then recruiting will become easy for you. I feel like this video is probably putting a lot of people on edge, and so that's why I wanted to take a second to introduce you to my coworker, Macy. She's a little Yorkshire Terrier. She basically sits underneath my desk every time I'm doing a video. It's secret, you never know about it. She doesn't even know about it, but basically she works with me all day long. And she's super, super cute. So anyways, I just wanted to throw that in there to kind of cut some of the tension, because I know some people are probably really on edge right now hearing about recruiting is easy or you're doing something wrong. I know though that there's 3 specific things that we can all get on page with, right? Recruiting is comprised of 3 steps: finding a good client, finding candidates that are qualified for that client, and then getting that client to hire your candidates. Oh, there's that one last step, which is smashing that like button if you haven't already. Now, if you break everything down into those three particular steps, finding clients, finding candidates, getting the candidates hired, we can pretty much all agree that that process is generally pretty smooth as long as you're doing things right. And you can imagine that you can come up with excuses for pretty much anything. And that's what this video is all about. People are coming up with excuses as to why recruiting is hard on every single level. Oh, the clients are too hard to find. The candidates are not the right candidates. I'm not finding the right candidates. They're never hiring my candidates, right? All of that can build a ton of excuses. But the point is, I don't buy any of them, and none of your excuses. If you think recruiting is hard and not easy, you're doing something wrong and your excuses just do not hold water. So like I was saying before, if your method of finding clients is difficult for you, change your method or change your niche to find clients in a better niche for you that works better, or swap up your messaging, use different templates, things like that. Find someone else in the same niche that does really, really well and find out what they're doing, and you'll find success and recruiting will become easy for you. If you have issues finding the right candidates and that's what you think makes recruiting really, really hard, you're probably looking in the wrong venues. Switch venues, right? Stop using Career Builder. Start using LinkedIn. Start using Indeed. Start sourcing with LinkedIn Recruiter. There's a 30-day trial. Try those things out. Lose ZipRecruiter. It's not going to help you whatsoever. Do things like that and recruiting will be easy for you. Again, for the person that thinks recruiting is hard and not easy because there's too much competition, I literally have basically zero answer for you. And if I do have any sort of answer, it's that I started my recruiting agency out of thin air from a sales career, not thinking anything about competition, and it served me quite well. Did $100,000 in my first 6 months, didn't give any consideration to any potential competition at all. I simply went in with my fee and delivered services and was successful. So basically don't complain to anybody about competition. Ultimately, I want this video to serve as a lesson learned, as a value add for you, that if recruiting is not easy for you, you're definitely doing something wrong. It's a simple law of nature. If something's not going right, you are not doing something proper. And whether it be your niche or thinking too much about competition, coming from a different background, or not looking for candidates in the right place, or not having the right mindset, it could be anything. But you're definitely doing something wrong. And that's okay, because we can fix that wrong that you're doing and make it easy to recruit. That's the purpose of this video. That's the message that I hope you're taking from it. So everybody, smash the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber so far. And I hope you found some value in this video. Hope you're having an awesome Sunday. I will catch you for sure on Monday. Let's get ready to crush this next week upcoming. Thank you for watching and take care.